3 minutes, so nobody else is zooming in, so that's kind of nice if I don't have to monitor that.
We know they can come, I suppose.
Yes.
Maybe that helps.
Yeah.
Nice couple of days, even though it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Too hot for June. It'll cool off. We need rain, that's what we need.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll tell you, that rain we got though, last week when the showers came through, helped my allergies. They just
Oh.
disappeared.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm dying.
So they're going, so.
Eyes are killing me today.
How about you, Julie, and your family? Did it help them?
They, yeah, they seem better, actually.
So, I mean, it doesn't last forever. The different pollens that come
Yeah.
along as we go along. And those first ones were the ones that were the problem for me. Didn't really like it.
I still hear some sneezes here and there, but not really too bad.
Do we have any moose running around town this year? Anybody see
I
them?
almost had a deer this morning right
Ooh,
by,
yeah, they're.
right by Jackson Highlands.
Oh, yeah?
Good size one, nice looking one.
Yeah.
My dog instantly wanted to chase it out the window, unfortunately.
I think there's one up by Ellis Village.
Oh, no kidding? Okay.
Yeah, I heard someone saying that cars were screeching their brakes, and I guess the thing was going across the road and got out of the way, thank God.
About 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Ricky Pillion told me that he saw one on the golf course.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I had a bear, a couple of youngins go by.
Hi, Lycan.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
I recognize this name, Hello Cheese Filbert.
So much cooler in here than it is at the lake.
Yeah.
Twice in-
Recognize this name, the last name is Probert. I don't recognize the name.
Should that be that name last weekend?
O-B-I-T, Probert.
Probert.
That sounds more.
Robert.
Which I know what it's about.
Identify yourself.
Before you leave, I've got something for you to sign.
Okay.
Before you leave, okay.
All right, it is 3:30, so we will start the meeting. Calling the meeting to order. Just a reminder that masks are mandatory during the meeting unless you're speaking, and you can take your mask down then and put it back on. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, have you guys had a chance to approve or to read the minutes from the last meeting?
Yeah.
Any questions or changes?
No.
I will take a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll make that motion to approve the Selectmen minutes from May 25th, 2021.
I will second.
Signature, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right. Our agenda is half the size of last week's, or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, but there's some meaty stuff though.
I know,
It's gonna
that's
be-
true, meaty stuff. That's right. Okay. So, make sure I've got everybody on that wants to be here, thank you.
We did this for a year.
Yeah, it wasn't bad when that was the only focus, but, okay, so the first agenda item is, the Jackson Falls parking. So we've gotten the Jackson Falls parking signs up that say no parking, that say resident parking 2 hours, the 2 hour limit on the regular parking, and the, no
Handicap.
backing in, and then the handicap parking. So we have an abundance of signs at the falls now.
That's
I
true.
know, I know that we did have, Chief Burley mentioned that he did have to issue some tickets, so he has been making a little money back on the cost of the stickers already, but we've also heard from many, a few taxpayers and residents that are disturbed at the fact that they are not allowed to acquire resident stickers. A couple emails, a couple of phone calls, that kind of thing. So I don't know if you guys have any comments other than what we've already discussed as far as we're not going to make everyone happy. We're not prohibiting anyone from parking at the falls. Unfortunately, it is first come, first serve, and there are a limited amount of spots at the falls. So if you do want to go there, it's, you have to be diligent about either waiting for a spot or getting there early. I did have one resident that also was not happy with the 2-hour limit because she likes to go there for more than 2 hours, maybe up to 4 hours. So again, there's numerous issues that people are going to have. It's unfortunate that we can't make everyone happy, but I feel like we did the survey. Barbara Terrio had the committee and the survey and came up with the best resolution that we thought we would try for this year and see how it goes.
And that's
Go ahead,
the
Barbara.
most important thing is that, I think that in the e-news, when we do receive those stickers, which we're doing this week,
Right.
from my understanding, that we'll be able to, in the e-news say, these are baby steps. This is just to try and get a handle on the amount of traffic that is here. And if things ease up, perhaps time limits will ease up.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, we had to start somewhere, and we're not excluding anyone. That's the most important part.
Right,
We're not. Even the 2-hour parking is a limit for the residents too.
right.
So you've got a resident friend? Call.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
But,
the other thing too is, when all of the spots are filled, but the resident spots are empty. And so that seems to be frustrating for folks that are part-time residents. So again, we're gonna come up with a list of the things that worked, didn't work, or whatever, and see if we can make amends as we go through to help more people.
And if we can express that in the email, that just might quiet people down for a while.
Might help.
Might be just.
That's the kind of conversation I had with someone today. Say, look, we just started this.
Yeah,
We've got 3 for residents only. Just give it some time. We'll see how this goes. Just exactly what you said, Barbara.
mm-hmm.
Okay, now the other thing about 2-hour minimum for parking, that's for parking, but you can be on that river all day long if you want. You just
Right.
have to walk up or
Right.
park somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you still
There are
have
all
that
kinds of
ability.
alternatives.
That's
Well, and there are a lot of interpretations too.
But I am
So, like you
sympathetic.
said that.
I'm
Yeah,
sympathetic
yeah.
to, an elderly lady calling today saying, my family's been here for 100 years and we've been paying taxes, and although I'm not a full-time resident, I feel like I am. I love the place, and this is very interesting. I went by there, and there was nobody in the resident parking places. Everything else was full, and I couldn't be there. That was the kind of, and again,
If she's old and wants to get herself a tag, like I know younger people have gotten a disabled tag, she'll have someplace to park.
she made it sound she was disabled, because that would be going to the
Right.
handicap
Yeah,
thing,
exactly.
okay? So she wasn't making that claim, and I know she's not.
But the thing
But-
is that she's not excluded, we have to start somewhere, and probably the
That's what I
reason
told
that
you.
you're not seeing residents parking there yet is we
We
don't have the
stickers.
stickers.
Right.
Right, okay,
So
okay. That makes
we'll
sense.
have more conversation as we go. If there are any alternatives, we'll keep track of them. We'll
Good.
keep track of all of the discussion we have, and down the road, if we make any changes, we'll vote on it. John?
Just one thing, with the 2-hour limit, it's actually going to open up more spots. That's
I
the other
agree.
thing I was trying to explain to the person I had a conversation with, and said, it is gonna limit how long you can stay there, but every 2 hours, we're gonna get a new flush of people.
And
Right.
another thing too is that with the openness that we all had, is every single member of that met about that Jackson Falls. I mean, it wasn't just the committee, it wasn't just the selectmen, it was the police, it was
survey.
DOT, it was conservation.
Right.
So, these ideas all were pooled together.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And the thing is that I am a firm believer, if we stay positive on it and give everybody positive things to think about as
Mhm.
opposed to the negative,
Right,
it's not an
Right.
exclusion,
right.
it's very much an inclusion.
Agreed.
And it will evolve.
It will.
We
It
just
will,
know that.
yeah.
So this is good.
And I think the ultimate goal too is preservation of the falls too, and keeping it as an attractive site and keeping it safe and keeping the blueberries growing and everything, so.
Yeah.
As Tom Eastman would say, RESPCT.
Yes,
And,
that's right.
it's exactly what people have to learn how to respect.
Yeah. So, the other thing is, we did come up with a list of how the falls parking resident stickers will be used. So Barbara, you and I kind of put our heads together after talking with Karen and Gloria and Julie a little bit. So there is a list, I'll read it really quickly because it's not long. All residents of Jackson will be issued upon their request one vehicle sticker by the town clerk's office. Stickers will be given to a resident producing a valid New Hampshire driver's license and a Jackson vehicle registration. I believe in paper the Conway Sun said or, but it is and both. The sticker allows the said vehicle to park in the designated resident-only spots, which are at the top of the falls. The sticker must be affixed to the rear window so it can clearly be seen from the road. All parking at the falls is limited to 2 hours. All guests at the falls are urged to respect this special place by always taking out what you bring in, avoiding loud noises, and respecting others sharing the falls. Stickers are valid for 2 years, upon which time another can be procured from the town clerk.
I would like to have one thing, if you could,
Absolutely.
suggestion. The sticker has to be on the car that's registered, so
Yep.
it can't be peeled and put on another car.
Yep, from the road.
I don't think you can.
Well,
Yeah.
you heat them up and get them
John-
off,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They do it with,
They
you
do,
know,
yeah,
special-
but
Well,
they're done.
one car that is registered.
It can be done.
Okay, so we will note that on there, so it's clear.
Thanks,
And if
Tom.
anything else comes up that, again, this is going out with the stickers, it's a process, so if something is new that we need to add to these processes and procedures, then we'll do so. But if that sounds good, do we need to vote on this, sending this out, because we wanted to send this through e-news when the stickers come out, and then we will also issue it with the e-news.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes. sounds good.
All right, I'll make that change and get that to you guys for e-news. The other thing about parking along the falls doesn't have to do with the parking spots, but we did have a resident call in an email that there's a spot coming down the falls that is a little pull-off, and it's not by one of the outbuildings or anything like that. It's just a little sort of pull-off area. I think I've seen like FedEx and UPS pull in there. So there was a request to put a no parking sign there. I talked to Chief Purley, and we are gonna hold off on putting a sign there just so we don't have another sign. And he's gonna keep an eye on it and make sure that people don't park there. And also if it, if we need to put something there, even a log or something that's not a sign. But we're gonna keep an eye on that area, so if it does become a hazard or an issue, we will be able to address that later.
One of the other things that was also mentioned was that the chief has already ticketed people, and
Yes.
I want just to mention that the two that I've seen him ticket were not New Hampshire plates. So it was they were clearly non-residents. So
Right.
he's
So,
not
and he's had a
taking
few
on just
conversations with people that were a little confused over the signage, and he's definitely helped them on that. So, it's a process. So, any other comments on the falls parking?
I went there today, and it was perfectly reasonable to
Awesome.
me.
We need more water. We need more water in there. That's
Yeah.
about it, right?
That's okay, that's
I
okay.
know.
It might be the falls way of taking care of it.
That's
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Okay, Lycan, you and I talked on the safety meeting about the library request for a tent.
Yeah,
So, and feel free to unmask while you're talking if you'd like.
as part of the ARPA, the National ARPA funding, we're eligible for some grants,
Yeah.
for COVID recovery. And while the library I am preparing to open when school ends, fully open with the exception of Sundays, and still require masks. But other than that, we're really excited after over a year to really be open. We still want to keep people from gathering. That's our real concern. So I applied for some of this ARPA money for a 20 by 30 tent through the summer. And the idea being that we could have meetings under like this one, we could have programs for the library, book sales, that kind of thing. So I haven't heard if the grant was granted yet, but I can't see how it could not be. So the next step was to come to you and make sure that it was okay for you. I have talked to Kevin and Jay at the safety committee meeting. I've gotten all of the square footage
Like
from
the
the tent.
logistics of where it would go and.
Yeah, so I'll still work with Kevin a little bit on helping me sort of pace it out, stake it out for the company when it delivers. And so I just wanted to make sure that that was okay with you all, as long as we followed all those fire rules, safety rules.
Sounds good to me, and I, again, like you said, if we ever had the need for it and you have it, it would be a great thing, to know that it's there, so,
What
We
if
don't
the-
have furniture,
fingers crossed.
but I'm really hopeful that if it's this summer, if it goes well and it gets used, that maybe it could become, there's gonna be more money coming along. Unfortunately, the next grant cycle is a minimum of $10,000, and the library community is a little annoyed because that prices out small libraries. Small libraries can't spend $10,000. So
Bet you
hopefully, I know, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do my best, but that's something I might purchase if it works out this summer, so.
Great.
The other, just for fun, the other request I made, other than the tent, was for a large-scale laminator so that we could get UV film for the story walks, the storybook trail. The storybook trail, I don't know if you all hear about it, but is really, really popular. People love it. So we've been investing more and more in getting new stories and trying to protect them from the weather and that kind of thing. And I'll let you know. It wouldn't change anything as far as the signposts and all that, but I will let you know if I do anything else.
Great.
So
I'm excited for you too to get the library reopened for the summer, that'll be great.
we are very, very excited. It's a big change at this point. We've gotten so used to the way we're doing it. So I
Yeah.
feel like we've been adapting. But we're excited. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah, great. Okay, we don't need to make a motion that we're approving the tent, do we?
I don't think so. She hasn't
It's
got
just-
grant money yet,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, call us when you get the money. That's fantastic.
Do you need to know before I finalize? It's a quick turnaround because the grant is due on the 18th and I've scheduled the tent to be installed on the 19th.
Call us.
Okay. Call you? All right.
Yeah, just, or, call through Julie's.
I'm hoping that they'll approve it before
Yeah.
the 18th, but we'll see.
Sounds great. Okay, the next agenda item is the poll tax settlement. On the last meeting, we had actually made a motion to approve the poll tax settlement, which was a payment out to Consolidate Communications, but we've had some back and forth with Peter Mallet.
Last meeting, you put it pending.
Oh, we were going to approve it and then we
Yeah,
made it pending,
yeah.
okay. And it's still pending. So we've had some back and forth between Peter Malia and Jason Call, our tax assessor, and we're still waiting on legal to get back to us on that. So that will sit on the agenda as a pending. So,
Peter just emailed actually and said he hasn't heard yet, so.
okay. So, we're not spending any money yet on that one.
Okay.
So, all right, the next is board appointments. So last meeting, we had considered whether or not we needed to make a new ruling or whatever to make Dick Bennett as an alternate on the Conservation Committee because there isn't currently an alternate. So we heard back from New Hampshire Municipal, and there's no provision for an ex officio from the Select Board, but we can appoint Dick as an alternate. So I will take a motion to appoint Dick Bennett as an alternate on the Conservation Commission.
Make that motion.
I'll say it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Awesome,
Excellent.
yes. All right. The next is one of John's favorite
Yeah.
subjects, transfer station stickers. So this is long and tedious process. We haven't ordered stickers for a while, but we also haven't changed the process for a while. So we're getting more complaints and confusion, and we don't have a really good method of tracking the stickers. But also we're seeing some old stickers reappear on vehicles that, like Julie said, one that was torn in half and taped back onto a car, and it was so old we don't even know what the numbering process was. So our question today is that can we order more stickers with an expiration date? Maybe considering a 2-year expiration, so every other year you would get a new sticker for your household, and it's 2 stickers per household at this point.
Kind of different colors.
And with different colors, so we know, kind of like car registration stickers,
Yeah.
when they expire. So we want to at least make that decision today, and then in the near future, coming up with a better system on how to put the stickers out, what the rules are for the stickers, how do we track them better for residents, do we still do 2 stickers per household, whatever. So, and we're also looking to the new manager up at the transfer station for his input once he gets a bit settled, and of course your input from your experience, John. So, any opposition to ordering at least a new set of stickers, because Julie is running out, and having an expiration date on those for 2 years?
I have no problem with that.
I didn't have a problem, I was just wondering what they cost. What was a batch? I was curious about that.
About 500, was it?
Oh,
We
500.
got about 500.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
ordered, the last order was 500, and it's about $1 a sticker, no, less,
Again,
less than $500.
So when do you want the expiration date to be? Do you want a calendar year expiration? Do you
Well,
want
that's the part I'm wondering, if you order 500, you know, you can't have one expiration
Yeah.
date on those. So do you want to come up with some kind of system on how to number those, maybe from either Karen or
Yeah,
Gloria
let
can
me
help
talk
with
with
that?
Karen and Gloria. I was
Maybe-
thinking like a 2021 to 2022,
Yeah,
not like an actual date, but
Yeah, not a
just
month.
the year.
Mhm.
Yeah, it has an expiration year on it,
Yeah.
as opposed to a date, so it'd be color coded, change the color
Yeah.
every 2 years.
yeah, and maybe, you know, maybe you don't order 500 this time, you order
No.
200
Well, we're gonna,
Right.
you
or
know,
200, 200, 200 or something.
But what do we
like
do with
that.
all the people that, you know, have stickers? Like, are they gonna send them down to get a new sticker?
Well, that's, I think, what we need to really think
Yeah.
about. I don't know
Yeah.
if we can make that decision today, but because we need to come up with a process.
Mhm.
Maybe it's, like we talked about, maybe it's as you register your vehicle again, everyone that's registered now gets a new sticker, and
Yeah.
we start
Yeah.
Maybe we
replacing them
could
as we
even-
go.
Maybe we could even do stickers where we could write in a date, like, you know, follow their vehicles, so we could write in
Write in the date,
with the Sharpie or something.
I would think the tax bills would be the easiest way to get to people. Just put them in with their tax bill and say,
Yeah, here's
these are
your
fixed,
new
these
stickers.
are your
Yeah.
2 stickers, it's got a,
Actually, that's a,
Yeah.
cause, yeah.
those are the ones who have,
please,
you
yeah,
know,
that's a
reason
great
to be
idea.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's probably the easiest, because
And then they know, they're all being notified that this is
Yeah.
new.
Yeah.
Right.
The old ones are not gonna be honored after,
Yeah.
And we're, what, 2 weeks late, because we just sent the tax bills?
Right, yeah.
Well,
No, I
again,
think
well,
by the time we send the next
November,
ones,
yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds good.
November, right, yeah.
All right, so do you guys want to work on a process then?
Yeah.
Order new stickers so you have them, and
Yeah.
figure out a logistical way to distribute those, and then moving forward, we'll come up with the process on how to get everyone new dump
Okay.
stickers.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Barbara?
Do the taxpayers, are all of those taxpayers registering their cars in Jackson?
no.
No.
But if they're not, I mean, so they can get dump stickers just because they are taxpayers.
Yes.
And for the rest of the people who do not own their own homes, who just come down at registration time and get one with our new registration?
Yes, yeah. And they
Yes.
have to usually
Yeah.
show a copy of their lease.
Yeah,
Mhm.
great, thanks.
Thank you. All right, do we need to make a motion to spend that money
Yes,
on
please.
stickers? I will make a motion to order new transfer station stickers at around $500
With expiration dates.
with expiration dates.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you, and look forward to cleaning it up. All right, now we have trustees of the trust funds. There is, every month for the next few months, we're gonna be transferring money to the capital reserve funds. So today I am reading, and we'll take a motion for the Jackson Selectmen to authorize the transfer of $150,000 to be deposited into the capital reserve funds and the expendable trust funds per the warrant articles listed below, which are the road reconstruction fund of 0064, $65,000, which was Article 4, and then the Bridge Repair Expendable Trust Fund 0034, which is Article 5, for $85,000 for a total of $150,000. Motion?
I will make a motion to approve those said trust funds.
Thank you. I'll second.
Second.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
And signatures. All right.
How many tax bills are
Sir? That's okay.
there? How many people do you send tax bills out to?
Thank you.
We send out about 1,500 tax bills.
So that's times 2 will be sent to every resident. Yeah, they know.
Maybe you have to
500.
order more stickers then.
You're gonna get a lot more than 500. That's just to cover the people who are mailing to.
Yeah, but some of that will,
We'll have to think through.
Yeah,
yeah.
That would be the easiest way to do it, though.
I think so.
Yeah.
But that's, $1,400.
Yeah.
Actually,
Right.
$2,800 we send it to.
I mean, we've got to be careful though, because there's some people that get duplicate tax bills, so we wouldn't want to send it to, we just have to make sure we're paying attention to that it's the resident or the person that's on the deed,
Right.
not the duplicate people.
Right.
Do we send them to landowners as well as homeowners? I mean,
Yeah.
as far as a tax bill goes, anyone that owns property,
Right.
even
But
if it's
then
land, would get transfers.
There are also a handful that get emails, so they don't get the paper tax bill, so we have
Yeah.
to.
I'm
There
one
aren't
of those.
that many just landowners that have
Yeah.
stickers though, I know, I've only done a couple. But
That's where you have to
it's
narrow down
mostly the
that.
Yeah.
houses, yeah.
Okay.
So it probably will be more than 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have 2 memorandums of requests for charitable exemptions. The first one is for New England Forestry. They requested a charitable exemption from the town of Jackson, and this has been denied. And our tax assessor basically recommended this because just because you are a charitable foundation does not mean that you are a charity that should be honored with a charitable exemption. I hope that makes sense. But
Yeah.
so we're going to take a motion to deny the New England Forestry request for exemption.
I'll make that motion that we didn't necessarily require for, is it Malcolm, not Malcolm Call, Jason Calls.
Jason Call.
Jason Calls assessment that we
Jason
shouldn't be
calls,
doing.
call.
Yeah, there
I
you
knew
go.
Malcolm, I know Malcolm is still around,
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the second one was for New Hampshire Public Radio charitable exemption request. And this one, it was recommended that we do approve this property tax exemption, and we have done so in the past as well. So I will take a motion to approve that.
I will make that motion to approve the New Hampshire Public Radio exemption.
Seconded.
Charitable.
All in favor? Aye. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, next is short-term rentals. We have no new permits today, but we will next time because the planning board's meeting this week, so.
Ooh, that's right.
So we'll move right on to the pending. There are, the first one is for Nunez, which the permit was denied and there are no new, or have not heard any response on that one, so that is still pending. I'm just gonna thumb through here real quickly. Okay. So the next one is for Julie Joseph, and the requirements have been met on this one, so I will take a motion to approve that short-term rental, which is at 859 Route 16 in Jackson, New Hampshire.
I will make that motion to approve Judy Joseph's.
Julie.
Second.
Judy?
Julie,
Julie?
like
I said Julie, that's what I said. Julie Joseph's.
All in favor? Aye.
It's confusing.
I
Too
know.
many J's.
Thing 1 and thing 2.
All right, and the next one is for Purdy, and they are, oh, these are violation notice, this is a violation notice, I'm sorry. So we are filing a violation, to Dale Purdy for no, permit for a short-term rental. So I will take a motion to file a violation and send that to Mr. Purdy for no conditional use
Make
permit.
that motion to send this warning to Purdy.
I'll
Do
second.
something pretty quick.
Yeah. They're gonna start here, it's been over a year. So, signature on that one. All in favor of sending the violation?
Aye.
Next. Just, yep.
When is it?
Thursday,
Thursday, what time?
7 p.m.
Okay. The next is for 58 Dana Place Realty Trust, and we are filing a violation because they have not filed a conditional use permit with us. So I will take a motion to file the violation with the Dana Place Realty Trust.
I will make that motion for the first violation.
I will second this violation.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. More signage. No, not signage, signature. I remember, all in favor? Aye. I can't think we said that.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah, I'm losing track. All right, the next one is for Richard Anderson at, I'm sorry, I don't see the address, 540 Carter Notch Road, and this is also a violation for no conditional use permit. I will take a motion to file that.
It's filed for Anderson, his first violation notice, no permit.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye, aye.
Aye. I'm not gonna send that for signature because we need to change the names on the pages, so
Interesting.
we'll do that one after. The next one is for John McDonald. Property address is 288 New Hampshire Route 16, filed for a dwelling without a conditional use permit. I will take a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to send out the first violation notice on McDonald.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Right, and then the last one for violations is for Diffusco, which has not been talked about for a while, but it's still on our list here. So Mr. Diffusco was, had agreed to remove the lamppost base and has not done that yet. Are we talking about the driveway issue as well on this one?
Where is this?
Yes.
This is on 46 Alpine Drive.
Okay.
Yep. Say that again. We are.
Yeah, the parking lot
Yeah.
and the lamppost.
So there were two issues. There was a removal of the base, which Kevin, I think he's not removed still,
It's
correct?
there. Yeah, it was there a week ago.
And then there's about 15 square feet of pavement, which exceeds the easement area. And this was agreed that he would remove that pavement, and once the weather was okay, and so this was done back in the winter, the weather's okay, and it still has not been removed. So we need to make a motion to start the next, or continue the process of a violation to, through Peter, having contact with them to make sure that they do what they said they were gonna do.
Or would this come under the short-term rentals violations? Because it really isn't a short-term, is it a short-term
No.
rental? Or is this a building code thing?
It was a, it's really, it's,
The lamppost was a building code issue.
Right,
because of
so-
the power and well, falls under like structures of fences and all that kind of stuff. So it was,
So what kind of violation recourse do we have for situations like that? Because it certainly doesn't fall under the same rules as short-term rentals.
Right.
well, basically it was a building code. He removed the electricity way back,
Mhm.
and there were some other issues with that, saying who did it. Never found out who really did the work. And then he did cut the post off when there was still snow on the ground, but the base was still in there. The agreement between the town lawyer and his lawyer was, once the snow was gone, he was gonna remove the actual base.
So it needs to go back to
And
legal.
that's still there, yeah.
Mhm. And Diane Pratt is on the line because she's a neighbor, and she said they both were violations only under the zoning ordinance.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
This week.
Diane, did you want to make any other comments?
No, I just wanted to, just because I've been dealing with this, I just wanted to bring that filing to the group. So, the one that was specific to the light post was due to a permit violation specifically, and then the other, the advisory materials was specific to the setback violation. So both fall under the zoning ordinance.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So I think
I didn't hear much of that.
She said both of them were under the zoning ordinance, and she wanted to just be on the call to make sure that if she had to add anything, because she was familiar with both of the issues. So I will take a motion to pursue through Peter to get these two things off the agenda. So to make sure that the lamppost base is removed and the pavement is removed as well.
I will make a motion to move it on to Peter Valley Legal. In order to get resolved, hopefully.
Have we talked to this man recently? I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm coming in cold on this, I just,
No,
I don't wanna
that's
make
okay.
it
I
go any longer
totally-
than just
No,
one.
I totally understand. Kevin, do you want to comment on that? 'Cause
I'll comment on it, yeah.
Yeah.
A week ago, I
Yeah.
think it was last Thursday,
Yeah.
he technically barged into the fire department, and he just showed up at my office. And usually the fire department's locked when Jay's not there, so I don't know if the door's unlocked.
Mhm.
But I basically let him vent for 10 minutes because I knew he was on his little rant. I actually had someone there in the office at the time, another firefighter,
Mhm.
and they were kind of freaked out about what was going on. So basically when he stopped talking to me, I said, you know, any other person would have gotten the lamppost out of here day one. The problem would have been done with. We wouldn't be where we are now. And I said, the agreement was, the latest agreement with what was going on was for, between the town lawyer and your lawyer, was to get that base out of there, and then we'd be done with that part of it.
Mhm.
He continued and said, we're not gonna do it,
Oh, okay.
and just, you know, everyone's picking on me and whatever else, and so I'm like, you know what you need to do, and, you know, and then he took off.
So there has been
Yeah,
definitely,
Yep.
and not,
Yep.
yeah, I'm glad you're asking to be filled in too. It's been well documented communication,
Mhm.
and so.
And so he's
like I
just
said,
stalling,
the story
he just
was-
doesn't want to do it, because he's done part of it?
Not sure
not
what
here?
the
I
process.
don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
I mean,
what the
it's
holdup
just-
is. He did
Okay.
remove the post, but he did not remove the base. He
Yeah,
did
the base.
remove the electrical part of it, which was
Okay.
a violation, but he did not remove the base.
And the lawyer said that, yes, he's gonna remove the base, but it hasn't happened yet.
Right,
Right.
And he's,
yeah.
and he's.
In a
And
timely manner.
Yeah, and I've actually talked to his lawyer 2 months ago, probably,
Mhm.
when we still had, we still had snow on the ground. when I
Yeah.
talked to his
Right.
lawyer.
We don't know.
And the lawyer, I mean, his lawyer totally agreed with me, like, let's get the thing out of there and we'll be done with it, you know? And just, it continues to go on and on and on.
So we will move forward with
Yeah.
With the
the
lawyers.
attorneys.
I don't think we finished the vote there on that.
I don't think we did either. So again, you made a
I
motion,
made a motion.
Okay, and I'll second it.
and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, I have
I was awake.
on the agenda, discussion regarding non-compliance, and I have Bill Terry, but he is not on the call, so that's on the agenda. But the issue is how to proceed with properties, short-term rental properties that are not in compliance, and how we discover those. So I think that we can table it until the next meeting if we want, but I think that if we are made aware of short-term rentals through the course of Kevin doing a building inspection or Kevin doing a building permit, or we find out through other knowledge that there are short-term rentals that do not have a conditional use permit, that is it's very logical for us to send a violation to that owner. I think that when we want to talk about is whether or not we dig for those, and I don't think we are digging for those. We're not going fishing on Airbnb and VRBO and some of the other sites to look for those properties, but as we're made aware of them, we are filing these violation notices. I think there are a couple of management companies that have also reached out in the past to let us know that they have management of certain short-term rentals and they're trying to get their owners to adhere as well. So any way that we do find out through the natural course of living and business that we have short-term rentals, we want people to adhere to what the new ordinance is, new meaning a year old, in the town. Does that make sense?
Just to add to that, in order, we hear basically from neighbors, so people have to
Right.
actually fill out a report to do that. It's not
Correct.
something you can just
Yeah.
drop a dime on us and call us, and we have to have an official report on that.
Yeah.
Correct. So if we need to talk more about that at the next meeting, we will, but I think we just, like I said, we'll just keep doing what we're doing to make sure we get as many of them registered, and now they're gonna pay us $100 more to register since the registration fee went up, so. All right, building and driveway permits. There are 4 new building permits on the agenda. Is there anything special that you wanted to talk about on any of those, Kevin?
No, they're all pretty straightforward.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you on vacation? Only 4 on the agenda?
Yeah.
It's just a week, right?
It's no wood for anybody, so it doesn't matter.
Takes a long time.
Yeah.
Getting materials.
And then we have, that's probably it too. And then we have 4 approved driveway permits as well. So those are all,
Yeah, I think Pat looked at a bunch of them, and I'm aware of them, and I think I don't know if the one that's denied, no, it's not even on here. There's one up on Dundee Road that they got a septic plan, but the driveway doesn't even come close to meeting the town spec, so they're working on it.
okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. The next is the upcoming meetings, which are going to be live and so far on Zoom, but I don't know, are we going to do any more Zoom meetings, or are we going to?
I saw something that came out that said that it's gonna be required that, I think it was from Cindy New that was saying that, you had to start,
Right, public meetings.
Yeah.
having public meetings again, so.
But we can keep Zoom if we want to, correct?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Wow.
I like it because I like people that aren't available or able to come to the meeting, that they can still Zoom in, and I don't mind the administration of it. So, and we've had a couple of people on the call today. So let's do one more with Zoom and see what the participation is. Again, I'll be running that, and then we'll go
Okay.
from there.
Yeah,
So-
that's good.
Sounds good, okay.
Yeah.
June 22nd, 3:30, live and in person,
Wow.
and a Zoom option. And then July 13th at 3:30, and that will be live, and July 27th at 3:30. Is there any public comment? No, I don't see. Okay.
How'd the duck race go?
Yeah,
It was great.
Good.
I was really amazed at the amount of people that actually showed up. I mean, people were throwing
weather
money at us, and
yeah.
there was so many
Yeah,
people.
the
It didn't make any difference whether the river was low, the river was freezing. Those
Oh,
poor
I couldn't
kids.
imagine.
I had 4 layers on, and it was just unbelievable. And we lucked out as far as rain was concerned.
Yeah.
So I know it went really well. The people that won the big duck $1,000 gave the money back.
That's so
So these
awesome.
are all really,
You didn't give 'em my name?
and my name wasn't on
The
it.
John Allen Charitable Foundation.
Really?
No, there were, but it was, it really was great, and people all stayed. We've got it so down pat now that when we're ready to roll with the awards, just waiting for that last duck, that's the last one that we're waiting for. And so, they know, and they know, but there are so many people like little kids, but I I just want to share, I always have at least one child that just takes my breath away for the day. This little guy was so adorable. Dark curly hair, he's standing in front of me and he said, "This is my first time at the duck race." I said, "It is?" I said, "You are gonna have so much fun." He said, "I know." He said, "You know what my name is?" And I said, "No, what, Duck?" And he said, "No, it's Jackson." I said, "Your name is Jackson? I bet I know how you got your name." He said, "How?" I said, "I think Mom and Dad probably really had a great visit in Jackson." And he looked at me and said, "Yeah, but you know what's even better? They named the bridge after me." So that was just after the offset of Bill Marvel talking about us and changing the name of our town. It was very appropriate that this little kid thinks it's all about him. But it was great. But it was great. Thanks for asking.
Fantastic. Yeah, thanks for all you do. All right.
I'm glad it was all that was quacked up to be.
Aw, dad jokes. All right, we have a couple of non-public issues to go over, so I will take a motion to end the meeting, the public meeting, and go into non-public.
We'll make a motion, go to non-public. Care of RSA 91A32A.